mentioned Meghan Markle last season, kind of a little nod. So talk to me about that and getting to kind of, did you hear from her? Was that fun for you to kind of have a little nod to like your Suits past?
Yeah, no, I haven't heard from her, but it's always great to have a little Easter egg like that all the time. I know she gets to see those things because the last time I did see her, she kind of referenced all these other times I mentioned her, so I know she got to see it.
Yeah, and it's such a sweet way to just like honor her in your life.
Yeah, it's a great little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Just let her know we're thinking about her. She's good.
You see that right there? That's how you speak about someone you genuinely care about. No PR script, no palace-approved talking points, just heart. That was Wendell Pierce, the legendary actor who played Meghan Sussex's on-screen dad, Robert Zane, on Suits. And once again, Wendell proved that class, loyalty, and quiet power are a language all their own. Because in that short interview, Wendell didn't just reminisce about Meghan. He reminded the world that Meghan's real legacy, the human one, still lives on in the hearts of those who actually knew her. The way Wendell talks about Meghan, you can feel the affection. You can tell that bond between them wasn't just co-stars being polite. That was a father-daughter connection that went beyond the camera. And when he said, "The last time I saw her, she referenced all the other times I mentioned her," that means Meghan sees it. She notices when her people remember her fondly. She's paying attention, not in a vain way, but in that warm, thoughtful, grateful Meghan way we've all seen over and over. Because Meghan doesn't forget the people who treated her well before the fame, before the tiaras, before the palace PR nightmares. She remembers who was kind, and Wendell clearly remembers her kindness too. He could have just brushed it off like, "Oh, it was a fun Easter egg," and moved on. But instead he doubled down with, "Just let her know we're thinking about her. She's good." That's love. That's pride. That's the energy of a man who's still protective over his TV daughter years later. Wendell Pierce isn't some random castmate giving lip service. This man is a heavyweight. From The Wire to Jack Ryan, he's an actor's actor. When he speaks, people listen. And the way he speaks about Meghan, it's filled with the kind of quiet dignity that the palace wishes it could manufacture. Wendell didn't have to say much, just a few lines, and boom. He made it clear. Meghan is remembered, respected, and beloved by the people who actually knew her. Compare that to the way certain royal experts talk about her. You know the ones, sitting on British morning shows acting like Meghan personally stole their tea kettles. Wendell's tone, the complete opposite. No shade, no bitterness, no agenda, just genuine warmth. It's giving. I knew her before the tabloids did, and I still know her better than they ever will. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how Suits has become the comeback story of the decade? The show that ended years ago suddenly became a global streaming phenomenon. And who's the name everyone remembers most? Meghan Sussex. Even Netflix executives said her episodes are driving huge engagement. That's right. Years after walking away from acting, Meghan's work is still outpacing the royal family's entire PR machine. And while the palace tried so hard to erase her Hollywood past, Wendell and the Suits family keep gently bringing her back into the conversation. Not as gossip, but as legacy. It's like they're saying, no matter how far she's gone, she's still one of us. And I just love that, because Meghan was never defined by the palace. She was defined by the people who saw her before the crown. Let's also be honest, Meghan didn't just act on Suits, she inspired the cast. Her work ethic, her empathy, her precision, her way of making everyone on set feel seen. That's the Meghan effect we keep talking about. Wendell's words confirm that, because even now, years later, he's still including little Easter eggs about her, still thinking about her, still honouring her, still referencing her in his work. That's not casual. That's legacy. You can't fake that level of respect. And what makes it even more powerful is that Wendell said it so simply. No drama, no grand statements, just, she's good. And you know what? That's the best line in the whole interview. Because for all the noise, all the headlines, all the nonsense, Meghan is good. thriving, glowing, moving forward. And Wendell, in his calm, graceful way, reminded the world that she's surrounded by real love, real people, and real connections. Now, meanwhile, over in royal PR land, the Windsors are out here dropping sauces close to the king like expired tea bags. Every week it's something new. Harry regrets everything. Meghan's lost her sparkle. The royal family wants reconciliation. Please. And yet, here's Wendell Pierce. No palace handlers, no rehearsed lines, just quietly showing what real loyalty looks like. No one told him to say something nice about Meghan. He just did, because she earned it. That's the kind of authentic affection you can't PR spin. And let's be real. This one little interview probably did more for Meghan's public image than 10 royal charity photo ops combined. Because people can tell when something's real. You can't fake sincerity. And Wendell's sincerity came through loud and clear. Here's the part that got me. Wendell said Meghan noticed the times he mentioned her before. That detail says everything about her character. Despite everything she's been through, the press, the bullying, the racism, the relentless scrutiny, she still notices the small acts of kindness. She still looks out for the people who looked out for her. That's Meghan's superpower. And that's why people like Wendell keep rooting for her, quietly, steadily, without needing any fanfare. When he said, "Just let her know we're thinking about her," it sounded less like a line from an interview and more like a message from her real family, the kind that isn't bound by blood but by respect. So let's circle back to that beautiful moment at the top of the clip. Wendell Pierce, smiling, reflective, genuine, talking about Meghan Sussex like a proud dad who's still cheering from the sidelines. No drama, no gossip, just a little Easter egg of love. And that right there is the difference between people who knew Meghan and people who think they know her. Because every time someone like Wendell speaks, it chips away at that hateful tabloid narrative. It reminds the world that Meghan is exactly who she's always been, gracious, grounded, and surrounded by people who truly care. So yes, Wendell, thank you for that beautiful reminder. She's good, she's thriving, and she's got a whole army of supporters, from Suits to Spotify to Montecito, who will always have her back. And if you loved seeing Wendell Pierce's heartfelt moment as much as I did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling me your favourite Suits memory of Meghan. Because if Wendell can still honour her with little Easter eggs, then we can honour her by keeping her story alive. Not as a headline, but as a legacy.